Shout out to the new party, man. We're gonna keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
I know shit.
It's Mia.
I'm Kim.
Shit.
You want to say your intro, Andre?
Yeah, Andre Williams. Can you hear me? This thing on?
Yeah, the sound is a little off, but it's okay. I would say see if you can turn down the sound a little bit. But tonight on the new party, that intro clip that you saw playing was a funny joke. President Trump has been accused of not being America first and being Israel first. And we are seeing a debate between two conservative women play out at the center of all of this. Laura Loomer versus Candace Owens. So pretty much Laura Loomer said she's going to take down Candace Owens once and for all. Trump, as you guys may or may not know, attacked Candace Owens last week. And Laura Loomer, being the great lunatic that she is going to finish it. But nevertheless, this is going to be fair, guys. So if you're team Laura Loomer, put it in the chat. If you're team Candace, put it in the chat. But pretty much, she's calling Candace Owens a grifter. This is what a good friend of the show, Claire Patriot, has to say about Candace.
Owens is a lying grifter, and I'm going to show you her latest lies that were so easy to debunk. So last night, Candace Owens blocked Laura Loomer on X after Laura Loomer kept slamming her with more and more proof that Candace is not only grifting, she is lying to her fans. And instead of addressing any of what Laura Loomer says, she's come up with this new conspiracy theory against Laura Loomer. So Candace, instead of addressing the allegation, says this is Larry Loomer's fake account. The moron didn't realize she was logged into her fake account, which I blocked from sharing gross AI photos of my family. She then reacted on her real account and complained I'd blocked her. This account is Larry Loomer. Do you see this right here? Older millennial, actually, good eye, caught this because you can follow this account if you're Candace Owens. This is her screenshot, correct? Here is an account that I blocked a long time ago for good reason. And do you see, can you follow this account? Can I go ahead and follow it after I blocked it? No, I can't. So why is it from Candace Owens' screenshot, she can still follow this account that she says she blocked? I'm going to go ahead and answer that for you. It's because she didn't block this account, and she knows dang well this isn't Laura Loomer. But I'm also going to give you more evidence as to why this account couldn't possibly be Laura. This is a glimpse into what this account posts, and it's laughable. Candace didn't do any due diligence or look at this account because it posts so much negative Laura Loomer content. It's absolutely insane. Why would this be Laura? So why on earth would Laura Loomer have a fake account where she trolls herself? And let's not fail to mention that that account, the fake account, is verified. So this is just another way for Candace Owens to deflect from the allegations coming her way and try to turn it around on someone else. This woman is a grifter. This woman just wants your money, and she is doing a good job of taking money out of the pockets of middle-class America to pay her $5 million legal fees that she can afford herself. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Andre, isn't older millennials so to be trusted? Older millennial said she's lying, so we should believe it, Andre. Andre, are you team Laura Loomer or Candace Owens? What's your thoughts?
I'm team me. I don't really give a fuck about either one. The fuck, who listens to older millennial? Like, this dude's a fucking retard. Honestly, I made a post like last week saying, we should nuke Israel. And it was like a post going around like, oh, Israel bombed a school in Lebanon. It was like, I guess it wasn't a school. I didn't care. I'm like, we should just nuke Israel. He comes in like, well, it's not a school, right? I said, who gives a fuck if it's a school or not? I just said nuke Israel. You think I give a fuck? I just wanted to say that, dude. You're here for the wrong reason. And who is this girl with too much makeup and too much energy? Like, Adderall must be very cheap nowadays. Holy shit, calm down, sweetie, or just lay off the macchiatos. I don't really care about this political drama shit. I mean, you got Jewish Laura Loomer, who's been grifting and pretending to be, right wing forever. She's been far right and whatnot. We already knew she was a bullshitter when she was trying to parade herself as a truth teller amongst the alt right in like 2017 and 2018. So we know she's already been a bullshitter. And then you got Candace, who was a former liberal, a black woman married to a white man. I mean, I really just can't take her seriously. Candace is cool, but Candace is coming on and trying to say these things because it's popular now. Candace wasn't saying the things when she was working with Jews, when she was working with Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro. I'm glad she's waking up and waking so many people up. I really don't really care about her too much. She's nice. She's liked a few of my posts, some of my responses. She's cool, but I really don't really care too much about Candace to come out and defend her, kiss her ass. I don't do that.
Well, a lot of people have turned on her. Someone who's on our team who was actually friends with her has turned on her. So the tides are turning. No one really has her back. It's unfortunate. But at the same time, I agree with your points, Andre. But Laura Loomer is a grifter as well. This was her begging for money not too long ago.
Those of us who have been silenced have actually taken legal action.
Oh, I don't think they get it's a total war.
I want people to actually do something. Okay, we need your money. We need your support. Help fund my lawsuit. Give me some money to fund my lawsuit. But what are they doing? I want to know what people are actually going to do. My life is ruined. Does anybody understand how ruined my life is? I'm sick of it. I don't want to listen to people tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They don't know what it's like to be me. My life is ruined, Alex.
While you were being...
She is a verifiable whack job. Kimberly, are you team Laura Loomer or team Candace Owens?
Neither. I just commented because I didn't know you were going to call on me, but there's no way that's real. I thought that was AI.
Oh, that's her. She was on Alex Jones. She's had multiple mental breakdowns. Fun fact, in the state of Florida, the FBI has taken over her rights to guns. She cannot own a fire gun. She's attempted to appeal it. And even though she has a high-ranking position in the Trump administration, she is also, she's still not able to own firearms. So
why did they take her guns away?
Because she's been on multiple psych holds. Her father's put her on psych holds. She is a raging lunatic. And we're going to play more clips where they explain how much of a lunatic she is.
She should not be.
Allegedly, if you're watching, Laura, don't sue me.
She should not be in the government. Am I glitching out?
Okay.
I think I'm glitching out again.
No, you're okay.
I can hear you fine. Like
We
clear.
hear you.
You guys
All
are
right,
kind
you
of
want to restart, and I'll call restart, and I'll call you back. Okay, yeah. So this is some background about who Laura Loomer is. This is all alleged. I didn't say it, Laura. This is what Milo said. And if we shouldn't trust Milo, why did you hire him?
I was the most insane person, and I was, there was
good friends with Laura too.
Well, no, I was not good friends with Laura. I was loose allies with Laura until I met her. And then when I met her properly and spent time with her, I realized she was absolutely fucking mental. I distanced myself very quickly. I distanced myself because she used to force herself on young male volunteers, 20, 21-year-olds. And she would go in the middle of the night. And I mean, some men will find this to be quite titillating. Although,
this sounds kind of good.
When you imagine sort of the face of the of the saw doll. Just sort of like you pull up the covers and there's the saw doll. I would like to play a game. It's less enticing, but she would climb into bed with these volunteers and suck them off in the middle of the night. Sorry to use that language, but I did tell you to put your children to bed.
No way. She wouldn't go and sexually assault random guys and just blow them.
Well, I'm telling you because I lived in the pool house with her victim in 2020. Who didn't know how to make it stop. He was a young Brazilian volunteer on her 2020 congressional campaign. I know because I helped to run that campaign, okay? So don't tell me you don't believe it. I was there. She was creeping into bed with him, and she convinced herself that they were in love. And he was coming to me every day saying, how do I make this stop?
You say, bitch, get off me. I mean, that didn't seem that hard.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that, but this is a young guy who's, I never really understood when people talked about power dynamics in rape before. I was like, okay, fine, either you want the sex or you don't, or whatever. But I kind of got it when this young man, which surprised me greatly, said, well, this was Laura Loomer. I didn't know how to say no. I said, what do you mean it's Laura Loomer? He said, well, she's like Laura Loomer. And I said, what does that mean? He's like, well, she might be a congresswoman. Like, I don't know if it's okay to, like, and so I realized in that moment, especially because it was a man, which was so sort of peculiar and confusing to me. It was bizarre to me.
We'll continue this clip. It's rather long. Gray, how do you say no Do you think he didn't want it? Can a man be great? Because this brings up a lot of things in this conversation. Would you have turned Laura Loomer down, or would you have taken fellatio in the middle of the night from her?
It sounded like she was playing jail games. So basically, I don't know what she had over his head, but like with Diddy, like when you sign an artist and you promising him stuff, he specifically said this is Laura Loomer, so he thought he was gonna either be punished and get consequences if he went against her, or he thought he was gonna gain something. I don't know if I was in a position what I would do. I mean, it depends on the situation. What am I gaining? What are the consequences? So it all depends.
Okay, well, I'll play the rest of the clip now.
But he meant it, and he was asking me how to make it stop.
Nigga, what?
See, they took off the part. So the rest of the part that did not play, guys, and I'm going to get Mia in here, is Milo breaks down that she's really not Jewish. She didn't know how to draw the Star of David. I have a video of it later. She didn't know how to draw the Star of David. She was drawing like a pentagram. And she admitted to Milo right before an event that she's not Jewish. She's never been to synagogue. She didn't have a bat mitzvah. Her father is the Jewish one. Her mother is English. Based on that, Mia, what is your thoughts? The fact that she seems to be faking her Jewish ethnicity. Do you think that's okay? Or do you think it's just all part of her mental illness?
I mean, I'm not a Jew, so I don't give a crap if she can draw the Star of David. I don't know. I mean, it does kind of look like a pentagram. I don't know. They all worship Satan. I don't know. I don't care. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus. It's cool. I mean, if she want to grift and get some money, and if they want to fall for it, I mean, good for them. Not my problem. She ain't offended me.
She did draw the pentagram symbol. This is the clip. Candace Owens breaks it down. I'm not making it up. You'll see it. I don't know why Milo's thing got broken down, but that just shows you the control Laura Loomer has. Here we go.
Also a malignant sexual predator, and has been repeatedly accused since the beginning of her career of raping and sexually assaulting men. That is not a typical thing that men come out with, that men come out and say, a woman sexually assaulted me, right? Take, for example, Alan Jacoby. This happened just last week, 10 days ago. He is the founder of Patriot Cigar, and he just tweeted this 10 days ago. Laura Loomer is a sexual predator psychopath. I was, in fact, a victim of her wrath. Loomer and I spent the day with President Trump at Bedminster watching the golf tournament from the president's box. She asked me several times for a selfie. As you can see, that lean line does not lie. She constantly got uncomfortably close to me. She groped me in the parking lot, grabbing my crotch very aggressively and demanding that I come back to her New York City hotel room to engage in some vile, descriptive sexual activities. She's an absolute psychopath who preys on men who she thinks that she can manipulate. She's a menace to society. Again, there are just a long line of men who have come out with a story like this. If you don't believe him, here is a video, if it has been going viral many times, of Laura trying to seduce a young man who is clearly uncomfortable on camera. Take a look at this.
Your hair and your eyes look so good. You're like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like an Aryan degenerate goddess.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. You're Aryan too.
I know, but I'm Jewish.
They look Aryan.
It's okay.
That is such a
Nigga,
peculiar thing to say about a person.
That's wild.
My hair. Did you fix it?
I did. But like that picture you posted on Instagam recently when you got like reinstated on Facebook was so hot. Like seriously.
From the side
It's
profile.
so
It's a good picture.
Your skin and the Nazis hate me.
From that.
All right, people want to put me in a gas chamber because they're obsessed with the Jews.
I think they're just memeing on you, but
He
it's
literally
okay.
looks like that.
I don't
Like
care.
from
I love it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I know. They're just jealous because I have big tits and
with black hair. Chef's kiss. Better than Ariana Grande for sure. She could have been in that movie.
Andre, can you imagine if you met her? She would be like, Andre, you're a black Greek goddess. In the gas chamber. I know you don't like
niggas. I don't know niggas who turn out some head. What's wrong with y'all? It's gay. The bitch come up to you, guys. That's like a win. You know, you don't have to put in the work. The fuck are we talking about? Just take it. You didn't have to fuck the bitch. You just have to get some head.
I bet her shit
Easy
stinks.
win-win. I'm just saying, as a man, like she sexually assaulted him, wanted to come back and have vile sex with him. What nigga saying no? Nigga, room, what's the room number? Okay, I'll be there at 3. You know, what the fuck is we talking about? No, she's a violent sex predator. Bitch, please. Now this shit's starting to get stupid. I'm just saying. And this dude, 21, I'm uncomfortable. No, you're just gay. That's what you are. Now, I get it. You probably don't want to be hit on if he's got a girlfriend at home. All right, fine. But, you know, if you're a single dude out, you're out in the club any damn way. The fuck is you looking for? Get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying. I find all this talk about she trying to, seduce men and these niggas are turning down as gay. Now, if they don't find her attractive, just keep it fucking moving. Like, they like the bitch and keep moving. I'll make it a joke. Like, ugly bitch tried to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to her. Let's keep moving. These niggas want to make it into a case. Oh, she touched me inappropriately. Nigga, please.
So, Laura, if you're watching, Andre said he would be down for the inappropriateness. So, Laura, please, if you're not getting anything from this stream, you are clearly going after the wrong race of men. You should go after black men only. Let's watch the rest. Let's go.
Oh my God, no. She would make a terrible white mother to biracial children. Don't fucking say that. Could you imagine her with biracial kids and how nasty and truly degenerate she would treat them? Laura,
could you imagine little
Loomer with biracial children?
Could you imagine little niggas in the synagogue with her and shit? They go in the temple with her.
They wouldn't let him in.
Biracial babies.
They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. Come on.
Get those little niggas out.
The last time a black person was actually Jewish was Sammy Davis, and that was back in the day because he had to be because he was rolling with Jews and Catholic Italian back in the 50s.
Drake.
Don't forget Lenny Kravitz.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Drake ain't no fucking Jew.
His mom.
I ain't never seen him with a small hat. I ain't never seen pictures of him in the synagogue. I ain't never seen him bar mitzvah.
He's had a bar mitzvah. Yeah.
I knew he was a Jew when they had him as a cripple on Degrassi. That was my giveaway.
That's how he came up. He was raised right. His white mother knew people in the industry.
Yeah, you can see him in a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Google it.
Right
this is it right here.
I knew it.
Oh my God.
They had that nigga roll. They was rolling that nigga around as the crippled nigga on Degrassi. That's how you knew he was a Jew. Because Jews always come injured on the show and shit. That's how you knew that nigga was Jewish in the motherfucker. Look at him with the hat on and shit with Rabbi.
He's like the first black person I've ever seen look like an actual Jew. We are Jewish, guys. We should grift 7,000 on this podcast.
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I got 5% Jewish in me. So I'm ready for my check. Run me my money. Where's my citizenship? You can never say I'm anti-Semitic because I'm Semitic. So let's go.
Yep.
I'll be asking opinionated girl for everyone watching. Andre will be debating her Sunday Jew.
Yeah, we can find out what she's Jew. I think she's Jewish. She won't say if she's Jewish or not, but we got to get a DNA test before she comes on the fucking show. We got to do some Maury shit. She looks like a Jewess. I can just see it.
The Zionism is so strong with her. I knew from the curly hair. I was like, she is.
She claims she's
I can just see it from them eyes. She gets in the camera and just stares like this the whole time. I love Israel so much, and she does the head turn and shit. I'm like, this bitch she's demonic.
She's not Jewish?
Israel's our greatest ally. I love it.
She is. I'm sure she is. She probably won't admit it. I'm sure it's probably not good for the grift, but she absolutely is.
You would think that would help.
She wears a cross. No, she said she's Catholic.
Sure she is.
It's a fucking lie.
Sure she is.
Ain't nothing, listen, most Catholics don't like Israel and are supportive of the Jews. I mean, so she's not Catholic at all. She's a retard.
I grew up going to a Jewish summer camp, so I could be Jewish if I wanted.
Oy vey. Everyone's claiming. Holy shit.
Oh, now we got a Mexican Jew on the podcast. Even more. Grift money. We got a Mexican Jew on the podcast. Where's our 7,000?
I picked up a quarter this morning. Am I Jewish now because I did that? I saw a quarter on the floor. I was like, I got to pick this up. I guess I'm Jewish today.
There's actually a really big Jewish like community in Ciudad de Mexico. There are a lot of like Mexican Jewish people in Ciudad de Mexico and around there. Actually, Claudia Sheinbaum, her family's Jewish. They're Jewish immigrants.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be unfair. There's also questionable things about Candace. The biggest questionable thing is this husband of hers. Let's go.
Thing special. No, I'm not talking about William and Kate or Harry and Meghan. I'm talking about me. I am getting married this weekend, so we decided that we were going to make this a wedding special and introduce you guys to my fiance, future husband, George Farmer. So just to give everybody context, we got engaged after 2.5 weeks, maybe?
I think it was about that time, yeah.
Right,
That's right, yeah.
right, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, whirlwind romance, I believe. Is the
I know.
expression.
Nothing romantic was said, you know, between that day and the day that we got engaged. Nothing romantic was said at all. You know, there was no overtures. We didn't go for dinner. Like nothing.
Send her flowers.
No, nothing. Yeah, nothing exactly. And so I was very clear about that because it was almost like getting to know oneself in some ways. It was kind of a very strange experience. You know, it was like I saw myself in her. And in doing so, and that sounds sort of, well, I fell in love with myself. No, I didn't fall in love with her. I fell in love with a woman who gave so much of myself back to me, you know, and I kind of, I was very willing to let myself fade and give glory to her. You know, that's how I view our marriage in many ways. Like I'm very happy to take a secondary position to give glory to her.
Nothing had been said. Like there had been no romantic overtures at all at any of this point. It had all just been very kind of above board and talking about politics and engaging in kind of philosophical conversations. And then at the end of December, we started. I called her a couple of times just to kind of chat, and again, you know, just had these long, like, prolonged conversations, which were mainly about politics and trying to understand what she wanted to do in life. And at the end of December, I was actually flying to South Africa at the time for New Year's, and I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of...
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay.
I mean, literally nothing.
So I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
And and she said yes.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
She did.
That didn't happen.
Yeah,
You're making it up.
I love our story. I think it's an incredible story. I mean, like, how many people can say that?
I know, not many people
can say that.
And most people are overthinking it. I know girls that are in these sort of tragedy of relationships, 10 plus years, break up galore 17,000 times, then they finally, you know, get the ring, and that's supposed to be a celebration. Great, if it's what you want. Mine just happened in a different way.
So, Kim, you commented in the chat, you don't usually like white guys, but you might be into him. Well, allegedly, the whole reason why this started is Laura Loomer is trying to help Emmanuel Macron, because Candace Owens is in a lawsuit against the Macrons. And she's revealing that they have this $18 million home. They have all these properties and that they're hiding it. What's your thoughts on these allegations? Should Laura Loomer mind her own business, or should she help?
They can both, you know, tear each other down. Eat your own. I don't care. There's usually class solidarity within the elites that I envy, and I wish that the rest of us had. So when they eat their own, I'm here for it all day. This whole what you just posted about them explaining their 2-week elopement is such a cope. I don't understand how anybody can see right through it. They should have either waited a little bit longer or lined their ducks up in a row so that their story makes sense, because that story literally makes no fucking sense. Why wouldn't you marry somebody for love or romance, or at least pretend to? But honestly, todo tiene un precio. Everybody has a price. I can't think of anything I wouldn't do for money. Name something, I have a price for it. Name the worst thing you could think of, I have a fucking price for it. Name the worst thing. And this isn't even that bad. Marry somebody with $1 gazillion. I'll do it right now. How do I get married in 2 weeks? How he's like a billionaire, isn't he?
He's like old money, but Kim, I'm going to tell you a very like well-known secret. Most of these billionaires don't get married for love. They get married for political reasons, for connections. Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk weren't the first to be arranged. This is how they do things. This is the reality. These people don't get married for love. Only poor people get married for love.
Yeah. Well, I've never been married, so I'm still open to an arranged marriage for money. I love money, so it would still be marrying for love. Yeah, their whole story is like super crazy. I can't even wrap my mind around it. And whether they could both be right. Like Laura Loomer, she's fucking psychotic, but she might be right about what she's saying about Candace. Candace, I agree with a lot of the things she say. I don't agree with a lot of the things she says. I never really knew much about her personal life, or that she had kids. Kim is a marriage virgin with a couple of kids. A marriage virgin. Yeah, I've never been married. If anybody wants to pop my marriage cherry, let me know. I have assets. How many assets?
You just got proposed to.
Yeah.
He had 2 cars that ain't paid off, and 3 cats, and maybe a dog. And that's his assets right there. He ready for you.
Yeah. No. If you have more assets than I do, when my dad left me in Mexico, I'll consider it. I promise there will be no love. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. How they could just tear each other down. Whatever dirt they have on each other, tear each other down. That's fine. If they're hiding assets, I mean, I don't know where or how their beef started or what they have against each other, or maybe it's just like envy. I really don't know. But if it serves any greater good, then I'm here for it. I love Chisme. Whenever I hear things like this, sometimes like when I like seeing that Laura Loomer go lose her shit on Alex Jones like that, I just feel like, you know what? Like sometimes I'm a mess, but at least I'm not doing that. I'm not crashing out like that. So I'm here for it. You can put all the Chisme shit on here for me. I'll let you know what I think. True love exists. I'll prove it to you. Okay.
I think for Laura Loomer, there's got to be a correlation between filler, Botox, plastic surgery, and mental health. Because the obscene amount of Botox, filler, and plastic surgery she has had, and the deterioration of her mental health, there's going to be a correlation there. I also wonder if it's like maybe heavy metals are leaching in from the Botox.
Fillers, they clog your lymphatic system, and your lymphatic system actually helps regulate your hormones. So,
well, her cheeks and chin tell me she has a lot of fillers.
She looks botched.
Honestly, bitch face got a BBL.
Yeah, I think la belleza es por dentro. I've seen people who do get a lot of work done, but because they're beautiful people, they don't come off as ugly. But when you're ugly on the inside and you're botched, you're fucking hideous. Like Andre, I know he was joking about like the men that turn her down. I'm willing to bet her shit stinks. Like her just throwing herself at men like that. She even just from the side, she doesn't look attractive. Like I think I want to stand up for these men for a little bit. Okay, maybe they're protecting them.
I'm just saying in general. I take the head. I'm just gonna say that. If I was a dude and I was in those dudes' position, I'm just gonna take the head. Fuck
like
it.
I said, you need to get with black men. You are talking to the wrong men. White men got a little bit higher standards than black men do. I'm just saying.
White niggas taught niggas this. White niggas taught niggas the game. Like, listen, you can get as long as she suck, you don't have to fuck.
No,
that's what they taught.
Andre, because you can't use a condom with oral. You can get herpes like that. You should always be careful with oral because you can't put a condom with oral. You can put a condom on with regular intercourse or even anal, but with oral, you have to be careful with infections.
Okay, well,
that bitch will give you some shit from a different planet. She's like she's from the Dagobah system and shit with her face.
Yeah. An
I only
ancient plate.
have one more clip on this, and this is her alleging that she's not a Jew.
Say Laura Loomer is crazy. They're not being funny, right? Laura Loomer is genuinely crazy. We're going to get into that. She's not even Jewish. Her entire identity as being a feisty Jewess is something that she made up around 2019. She told me that she was not Jewish. She told multiple people that she is not Jewish. Her mother is a woman named Joanne Singe. Laura is Irish and English. Obviously, Judaism is matrilineal. She was not raised in temple. She was not bat mitzvah. She just decided that it was politically expedient to pretend that she was Jewish. She only learned how to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago when she was running for Congress. Okay, here's a clip of her learning to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago. This is your number one Zionist on X. Look at this clip.
All right, there we go.
Very good. They're almost identical. And
No, don't take photos of this. I don't want people to know.
The second thing that you should know is that Laura Loomer has a real mental disorder. Like I said, people, this person's crazy. She's mentally ill, right? Trump says this. No, Laura is actually forbidden to own weapons. She cannot buy weapons. She cannot own them because she was placed on 2 involuntary psychiatric holds by her own father, who allegedly is very fearful of her because she has had multiple suicide attempts. She attempted recently to file an appeal with the FBI to reverse the banning on her owning weapons, and they declined to remove it, citing the fact that she had been involuntarily placed on psychiatric holds.
Okay, Kim, you said you want to ask a question.
You know, with this like transracialism, like Rachel Dolezal and Elizabeth Warren, it's always white people pretending to be something else. But is there any, like, do we know of, just curious, any like non-white transracialist people?
Yeah,
well, we don't.
Michael
that's
Jackson.
Well, I wasn't
mean,
even thinking of Michael Jackson. I was
Jackson
thinking of
had
that
vitiligo.
weird lady on TikTok. I can't think of her name. I'd have to Google it. But there's this like black lady on TikTok who is I mean, she looks white now. You can clearly tell she's definitely had a lot of like plastic surgery. She's had Botox, filler. Yeah, she completely changed her persona.
Mm-hmm. I know there was like an Asian guy that went viral like 5 years ago because he transitioned to white. Like he had a lot of different surgeries in his eyes and all that because he wanted to identify as white, and that's where the transracialism word came out. I was like, all right, this is the end of the
baseball player, something Sosa, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Who's that? Let me see.
And a lot of people in the Caribbean bleach their skins all the time. Gray, what's your thoughts on what you heard about the Laura Loomer? You're probably like the only Zionist on the panel. You're in denial about it. It's okay. But nevertheless, what do you think about what you just heard?
I forgot what she was saying. She was basically saying she's pretending to be Jewish.
Right. That is all an act so she could win the election at the time that she lost.
I mean, I'm all about the finesse. You know, if she felt like, okay, I can make this play and I can make this happen, then go ahead. But if you get caught, then obviously you're getting backlash. But as far as her drawing the Star of David, how does that make you Jewish? That's my question. Like, is a black person supposed to draw Africa? Like, so pretty sure, just ask him. Like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of real Jewish people that can't draw. So, like, as far as this whole ancestry thing is wild, I think Israel themselves, because they don't let people get DNA tests, that's another backlash on that, but that's another story. But I don't know, with DNA now and with Ancestry and other companies like that, people can go and find who they are in their DNA. As far as her mental health, if there's anybody out there suffering from mental health or think they're going to commit suicide, you know, there's a number that you can call and get help.
211, right?
Something like that. Is that it?
I told you that he's a Zionist. You see, he's trying to save one Jew at a time, whether they're fake or real or not. I just proved it.
If you say so.
Anyways, well, we're going to switch gears. We'll go to the last topic of the night. Guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button and support the live. We're going to go move on to David. There's so much connected with this. Andre, you made any content on this? Yeah, go ahead.
So the suicide is 988. So if